All right, guys. Hey, Finley staff, we are trying to something new. We're going to do our announcements via video. I think it's a good way to save some time. We value your time. We value what you do in the classroom and after school and everything else. So we're going to try something this month, and we're going to put it all together on video. So hope you enjoy it. We're just going to go over some things, and then we will call this our faculty meeting for September. All right, a couple things. Tell me something good. Hey, don't forget, guys, we have these slips that we like you to fill out to put in the basket up front in the front office. Give some shout outs to your kids, to maybe co-workers, whoever you might think deserves a shout out, but get those in. It helps me during announcements as well. Okay, a couple things we want to talk about is we've had a great start of the school year. You know, let's talk about some things we've done. Of course, we had our scheduled pickup, and that's never an easy thing. We had open house and got to meet your students, their families, and everything else. We've already had our first pep rally, which was awesome. Thank you everybody who helped organize it, who was a part of it, and even our kids up in the stands. They did a great job. But thank you, teachers. Athletics is in full swing, and so you know how busy that goes. We also have grandparents week was this week, and that finished up. We had a ton of families here, and that was nice. I love them coming in, but our kids behaved well, and it was just a great experience overall. Our fundraiser's coming to an end as well, so that's good for all of us, since that generates money for lunches and for everything else. So we're finishing that up as well. We have, our advisory is different. Our LLI stuff is going well, so thank you, teachers that are working with that. And our math, the small groups in math, thank you. But I also want to thank the science department that put together those assignments for those that don't have enrichment during trap time, and also our social studies group that is doing it now. Thank y'all for putting all that together. It's never easy, and you think that's easy to put 2 weeks of work together, but that's hard to do. Okay, so thank you. We'll have our counselor stuff coming up. Their week to come up, that's coming up soon, so they'll give you some more information on that as well. Okay, let me see. Advisory, I've already said that. T-test is upon us. I hope you're getting your goals in. Most of you have. If you haven't, please make sure you do so. Documentation is always important on the T-test. All right, so whatever your goal is, make sure you have documentation. Whether you want to do better on the STAR test, whether you want to implement more technology, small groups, always document what you're doing. Keep that information available, so when we meet in the spring, you can provide all that documentation. But that's crucial. We're going to start doing more walkthroughs. We're going to start setting your true observation times. We're excited about that. I know we talk about that all the time. What we're seeing so far is great stuff. I think you guys outwork any staff in Waxahachie for sure, but even in the county, in the district, maybe even in Texas, you guys outwork them. So thank you for all your hard work. But T-test is coming up. Well, our next faculty meeting is going to be on October the 4th. A lot of central office people are going to be here. They want to talk about the bond proposal. That's a big thing. It was passed that's on the docket, I think, in November to vote. I do have some voter registration forms that you can come by and pick up if you're not a registered voter and you live in Ellis County, but in Waxahachie, I mean. So make sure that you fill these out if you want to vote. Again, you vote how you want, but they want to come by on the 4th of October and discuss kind of what the bond package is all about, because that's important. You got to know if you're going to vote. So good, bad, or indifferent, we want to make sure you know. I said that our PTO is providing us a lunch on the 21st of September. Ms. Davis has sent out an email on pick your sandwich from McAllister's, so make sure you do that. You don't want to be left out, okay? That's on the 21st. If I tell you how good of a PTO we have an awesome PTO. They do so much for us, I just can't say enough about them. Talked about turning turning packets for the fundraiser. We're doing that, so when you see this, it's kind of probably coming to the end of the fundraiser, but make sure your kids turn them in. They should have the packet reminder. They should have their advisory teacher on there, okay? And make sure they tell them to double check, double count, make sure the money's all there, okay? Well, on November 7th, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but November the 7th, we're going to have a tailgate party with Howard Junior High again. We've done this. This will be the 3rd annual. We love it. We get to hang out with the Howard staff, cook some hot dogs. It's the 8th grade Howard and Findlay football game. That's November 7th. So please put that on your calendar. I think transition has been great through so far during the hallways. We're trying to push them along. We're trying to get them to class. We're always telling them, keep on moving, keep on moving. Please do so as well. Stand out in the hallways. Make sure that you're supervising, but also encouraging those kids to come to get to class. But if we all work together and they understand that that's our mission, or that's a goal of ours, I think that will be great. Let me see what else. I think that's about it. Again, I think the first month of school has been awesome. Thank y'all for your hard work. Thank you for the time you put in. It's a very difficult job, just education at a whole. But I think you guys are awesome, and I appreciate you. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you kind of see what's going on campus. And we'll see you again in person October the 4th when we have our next faculty meeting. So thank y'all very much. And I guess Mr. Zan and Ms. McLemore will be sharing some things as well. So thank y'all, and it's been a great start. Appreciate you guys.
Hey teachers, I think it's been a great year so far. It's really been a positive start to the school year. I feel like teachers are happy. Our students have been acting great. It's just been an overall great start of the school year. I do have a couple things I do want to talk about, and one of the things is our duty. As you know, that we cut out afternoon duty for y'all. So when it's 3:50 and all your kids are out of your classroom, you're welcome to go. Because our school day starts at 7:50. So we've allowed y'all to have that if you want to have tutoring during the afternoon, if you can get these kids up here, or you just need to get home and get away. 3:50 is your time and beyond. I do ask though that you do show up at 7:50 and that you show up to duty on time and that you're actively monitoring. I'm seeing some great things a lot. I am seeing some great things when it comes in the mornings, and I see you teachers that are trying to build those relationships with your students outside of the classroom, and really typically that's what it's all about. And so I appreciate you again. 7:50, be there on time, and we're going to continue to have a great year when it comes to duty and supervision. I've also posted on the big column in the cafeteria on the serving line side of days and teachers that are responsible for duty. I've also sent that list out. So if you're still unsure on what day, and please just look at that list. Thank you. The restorative discipline form, the one thing I think I'm seeing some great things out of that. It's been a lot of, and really, honestly, it's for y'all. It's a tracking system for y'all. It's documentation that it doesn't go away, that it continuously saves as you're inputting it in. So don't treat it as just that's your referral system. It's not the referral system. This is your system in order to keep track of these students that continue, say, tardy or continue to disrupt. You're just keeping track of it. If you feel like an offense is for Skyward and please write it in. Now, but you're doing a great job of trying that first and using that as a tool, as a tracking system and a way to contact parents and to remind you to contact parents. And then last is the energy bus. I threw out a question this morning on, give me something that's positive on the classroom thread, and it's just amazing some of the positive comments that's taking place and what's happening here at the school. We truly do, as administrative team, we truly do enjoy this staff. You're a great staff, very positive. I see you working. I know how stressful it can get. We all have our days, but I really believe that you're trying. You're trying to be positive with our students, and I hope you're getting something out of this book, because it's a great book. If you still haven't joined the class, it's not too late. If you have questions about joining the class, please come see me. I'll help you through the Google Classroom. But there are some positive stuff taking place. If you just have something to say in the classroom thread, please put it in there. Comment on it, okay? I do want to be more active on it. So that's what I'm looking towards as we get through this, as we're continuing with this book study. I want to make sure that that I'm staying more active on the comments and replying back. And I really do appreciate it, because I read them all. And let's continue to have a great year. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to come in. We always have an open door policy. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, you guys. You know, I'll try to get to the point here. I'm a little faster than Mr. Zant. We'll see. We'll see who wins. One thing I want to start with is I love those of you sending me the good things happening, whether it's from parents or things you're seeing. I like to keep that going. I think it keeps us positive and focusing on some of the good things. So if you'll shoot me an email with things like that, I'll try to share that around. A few things. Let's see. Where am I? Here we go. Okay. We have a fire drill coming up later next week. So make sure you review all your safety procedures with your classes. Let's see. Also on the safety security end, all doors must remain locked, and that's actually for security purposes and directives, and also the energy management side also. And actually for energy management, we have to remember the doors must actually stay shut as well to hold in the AC. So keep those doors locked and shut. Also remember, if you have something that you really think you need is the key word, make sure you look and see how much that item is. You've got to fill out that form for energy management and make your payment and give that to Dana Davis. Let's see. Tribe time. We want to remind everybody again, Monday through Thursday, we should not see any movement whatsoever from the time the tardy bell rings through announcements. We want everyone in there. There's no restroom, none of that. Right when they get into class, we want them sitting and listening to our announcements. After that, remember Monday through Thursday, no one should be leaving your room, period, unless it's an emergency. We're still seeing people in the hallways, and we should not be moving around, finishing homework or tests on Monday through Thursdays. The only day for that right now is on Friday. Let's see. On Fridays, remember, we're not sending a last-minute email with a list of kids for those. You need to do that in advance, and kids should have that noted in their planners. That is really kind of sums up the things that I needed to cover on my end. So if you have any questions about anything at all, just holler at me.